Guess we're doing this again. I hate my life. I hate this game. That was really shit. I'm sorry. Hi there, and welcome back to Stormbees. I'm Stormy. I'm playing games. It's a let's play, if you know what that is. The later it gets, the more giggly I get, so I apologize if that's not what you're here for. If you're here for the gameplay, there is no gameplay, it's a visual novel. Anyway, I'm Stormy, welcome back. We're starting a new day here, I guess. The clock was like, it's October something, and I'm like, okay, I guess we're gonna get scared. So, the darkness closes around me, grasping, pulling, engulfing me. The ground caves in without warning. I'm falling. Oh, okay. My eyes snap open. This is so cute! This is such a charming little room. Man. I love the little stuffed animal. It's a cat bat. There are cup noodles everywhere. Damn. My eyes snap open. For an instant, it doesn't immediately register where I am. Both my back and shoulders ache after I've fallen asleep, all hunched up the night before. Drenched in sweat, the nest of pillows I often keep around me feels more suffocating than comforting. I let my eyes adjust to the bright morning light streaming through my window, and allow my breathing to slow down before untangling myself from the pile. I haven't had a single dream since coming to Luxborn, or at least none I can recall having. It's a shame because they used to be so vivid. Not that crazy vivid, but more pleasant kind I tell my siblings about. Maybe it's just the stress of living alone? Ooh. This is a pleasant song. The knowledge that I'll always wake up in an empty apartment with no one to tell stories to.
What time is it?
Habit forces me to look over at the clock, even with the soreness weighing heavily on my shoulders, and the compulsion to never leave my bed for the day. In a heartbeat, I'm up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep! Towel! Where's...
Oops, I didn't mean to click that, sorry. Admittedly, it's a weekend. As an unspoken rule, that entitles me extra hours of sleep. But if Rose didn't kill me yesterday, she sure as hell will now. And right after what happened, oh lord, 1 box of donuts and it's a peace offering won't be enough the second time around. Grabbing my towel, I'm already a few short steps away from the bathroom when a muffled ringing breaks out from my bag. Breaks out. The phone crawls out. There's a moment of indecision at first. My mind conflicted whether I should just ignore it or answer it. But what if it's Rose? Or worse, our boss? Ah, sheesh. In the end, the rational part of my brain wins out. The letter from yesterday peeks out when I pull my device out. Just the sight of it is enough to put me in a foul mood, and it takes every force of will for me to ignore it in favor of answering the call. Ah, the caller ID reads Mama.
Huh?
Ooh. It's around 4:45 p.m. in the Philippines right now.
That's an unusual time for them to call.
Usually it's around noontime, and I'm the one calling, not the other way around. Better for them to use the money on something else than an international call. Regardless, the most cheerful tone I can gather.
Hello?
Hello? Grace? How are you?
Mama! I'm doing okay. How are you guys over there?
Grace.
We're good. EJ won a storytelling contest at school the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
There's a tired lilt in her voice as she speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. I wish there's something I can do for her. Hey Mom, and you know I'm a realtor. There's a beautiful house that you might wanna look into. But from miles away like that's the least I'm able to do is not make her worry. If only my older brother would actually lend her a hand, but Lord knows if that'll ever happen. Odds are Kuya, Jordan's already out drinking right now. I don't know what Kuya is. Again. Can't count on my older sister either, knowing she is a family of your own and well. 8. Ans. Am I missing something in terms of like culture? Because I don't understand. Anne's financial situation isn't exactly great right now, having ran herself knee-deep in debt.
Great! That's great! Tell him congratulations from me. And let him know I'm gonna send him a little something extra this Christmas. How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay?
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy.
Could you imagine enjoying a phone call? Like, I absolutely hate phone calls. I dread a phone call. Just, I don't know. I can't imagine being like, yeah, all my siblings and family members, just call me.
And Papa? How's Papa doing?
It's a subject I'm a bit hesitant to broach. From the way Mama's voice hitches, she doesn't want to bring it up either.
Papa. Grace, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite, he's having trouble swallowing, and lost a few pounds. But the doctor said we should keep encouraging him. It just means his body's accepting his new treatment well. The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
Oh, I see. That's good.
I won't deny that life has gotten tougher for our family. It used to be easy back when Papa was in good shape. But ever since he was diagnosed with a sickness 5 years ago, he had been unable to provide for us. Now, the burden of feeding 8 mouths and settling Papa's bills all rest on my shoulders. Although Mama makes a little accepting sewing and laundry jobs in her neighborhood, scarcely enough to cover the costs of day-to-day living, let alone the bloating hospital bills. We can't... give me 1 second. Okay, so I know I said it would be like a second, that I needed 1 second. It's been an entire day for me. So I'm hopping back into this at an awkward time, but, let's just, I guess, continue as if I didn't take an entire day. We can't even expect our own government. Wait. We can't even expect help from our own government because health insurance there barely covers anything.
I'm sure he'll get better soon. Is he well enough to talk? Do you think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Silence. I start to think that the call got cut until...
Listen, Grace. Maybe it's better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital. Somewhere cheaper?
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
Go get it, girl.
No, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good. Even the doctors. But I'm worried you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
Mama, we've been through this before. I want the best for Papa.
You are working yourself pretty hard, girl. I don't think anybody should work this hard, especially when you could literally die.
And don't worry about the bills or the medicine, or me for that matter. I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Hopefully. If not, then I'll find another way. She doesn't need to know that. Sorry, Mom. You taught me not to lie, yet look what I'm doing.
I'll have money to send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. And there's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition, too.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate it. We all do. But I just wish you'd come home to us soon.
Kailan Ka-ui? When are you coming home? EJ, the youngest, used to be the only person asking me that. How do you respond to a question you don't have a definitive answer to? 5 years later and I still can't give them a straight one. I smile, though Mama can't see it. I fight to keep my lips from quivering, my voice from shaking. She's got enough on her plate as it is. No need to weigh her down with unnecessary concerns.
Promise me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
There's a small commotion on the other end. The sound of gates opening, the voice of a child, EJ talking excitedly about his day at school, the tapping of feet on the floorboards as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I could still picture the whole scene in my mind. How tall is he now? Are the neighborhood kids bullying him now that I'm not around? Did Mama rearrange the furniture in the living room again? What are they having for dinner today? I miss them. I miss them so much.
It's okay, Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today. I'll call again soon, alright?
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take care of yourself, dear. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
It ends with a soft click, leaving half-truths and empty promises hanging in the air. Closing my eyes for a moment, I take a deep breath and shake away the thoughts, beginning to swim inside my head. It's pointless to mull over these things right now.
Okay, Isabella. Time to get that mansion sold.
Unfortunately, before I can take a single step away from my phone, it rings again. No doubt Mama forgot to say something. Let's take bets. Is it Rose or is it Ash? I'm gonna guess. I want it to be Ash, but it might. Fuck. I can't have a definitive thing. I'll say Ash.
Mama?
No,
Did you forget anything?
Damn it. Well, at least I didn't bet my life on it.
Excuse you? I'm too young to be your mom. Are you still sleeping? Hold on, never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry!
Office? What about the open house? Oh no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Am I in trouble? Oh god, oh god, oh god! I'm gonna get yelled at, aren't I? What do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts if...
No, it's nothing like that. Will you calm down? Get yourself here, alright? I'll tell you everything then.
There's a telltale din of several feet shuffling against a wooden flooring, and an indistinct yelling in the background before Rose cuts the connection. That isn't any comforting. But it's enough reason for me to hastily discard my phone and finish my shower in record time. I make it to our office within 20 minutes of leaving my apartment, completely disheveled and out of my breath. A feat, if I take into account my usual travel time. Routine clamor, common to Briar Realty Corporation Luxborn office greets me as I cross my foot. Greets me as soon as my foot crosses the threshold. Papers rustling, telephones ringing at sporadic intervals, agents talking in varying volumes, staff moving about, and...
Where the hell is C? Where are my employees?
I don't
What the actual fuck, guys?
jeez.
Of all the times to disappear without notice.
Oh, God, oh. My boss's words turned muffled as someone else crossed the door to his office, likely the work of the HR manager. Throughout the past week, he's been in a bad mood over a few employees who have failed to report to work. I hear they're still trying to get a hold of them, but to no avail. The result is half their workload have been shifted to all available staff, so as not to lose clients. Not that I mind the extra work. If anything, it means I'll have more to send to my family send to my family back home. Although the rumors of a branch closure circulating because of this, indeed a bit worrisome. My bag barely touches the top of my table when Rose pulls me aside.
Here, I need you to help me with these papers. If you could also get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
You know, I signed up for this game for the spooks. I wanted the spooks. I didn't want to, work. I didn't want to, do an office job simulator. One after another, she thrusts a bunch of paperwork in my hands without explanation. A page flutters away from the top of the pile. I lean up, pick it up, my eyes scanning the top of the page as I straighten. Oh, okay. I was like, is it the letter again? A purchase and sale agreement. Rose simply gestures her thumb in the direction of the visitor's lounge when I tilt my head in question. There, seated on the sofa and looking completely out of place in the humbly decorated room, is the same couple from the day before. The Wrights. Something bubbles up in my throat. The presence in the office can only mean one thing.
They're buying it? We got a deal?
She swats my hand, tugging her sleeve, although her eyes are alight with something akin to joy. She wants the sale to happen as much as I do, and now that it's here, the deal needs to be closed yet. Documents need to be signed still, but the elation is there, along with the foreboding feeling I can't quite pinpoint.
I had to do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property, even before they attended the open house. I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madam Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once. What do you mean?
They're paying 15% higher than the
Shit.
listing price, as long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible.
Damn.
I think if we allow it, they'll be paying up front, too.
Even with that urban legend?
Rose nods.
Oh, I was so sure we lost the sale after yesterday.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Please. I'll happily do the paperwork duty, Rose. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal blessing.
Don't they have better things to spend money on? I'd haggle it down to the lowest possible price if I were in their place, especially with the stories attached to it. And you know, the fucking ghost I saw yesterday. Not that my opinion matters one bit here. It kinda does. I mean, you're the one selling the house, so I feel like, you know, if you're buying it, they would give a shit. Whatever. We're just their agents who are going to receive a hefty commission after all. Nothing more. Rose gives me Rose gives me a pat on the shoulder, signaling that she's heading back to them, and an unspoken instruction for me to follow after I'm done. It doesn't take me long to finish the work she left me. In fact, having our boss sign the agreement is the easiest, since it has put him in a better mood to the entire office's relief. Hannah calls me over the moment she notices my presence at the lounge door. Her lips are twisted in a frown. She doesn't seem particularly happy to see me, and I'm not surprised. Oh shit, is it because of yesterday? She doesn't hate me though. Huh. Who wouldn't be? I almost created a scene. Mr. Wright, however.
Why, if it isn't the little Lily? I trust you're feeling well now.
I feel a lot worse now that I'm looking at
It's
you.
Isabella, sir. Not Lily. I appreciate your concern. I'm feeling better now.
I really don't understand why they can't get my name right. It's a fairly common name. It shouldn't be hard to remember. Regardless, I hand them their copy of their
I
agreement.
believe I can take that. Thank you very much.
With how elegantly she plucks the papers off my hands, it's easy to think that there isn't any trace of irritation in her. But it is there, radiating in her stiff stance, in a way she's standing at a fair distance from her husband, and how the two look to be ignoring each other. Is it because he, like, weirdly flirted with me yesterday? And, like, that was, like, the most uncomfortable thing. That was worse than the ghost. Seeing this scene, it soon becomes clear to me that I'm not the one who has put her in a bad mood. Did they fight? Most probably. I've seen it happen dozens of times with my previous clients. It's a shame, especially with their new mansion. I never did like it when my own mama and papa fight. I hope they'll make up soon. Apparently satisfied with what she's seen, Hannah clasped her hand together before extending it at us for a shake. Rose and I release a breath we've been holding, both of us more than happy to return the gesture.
That settles it then? Are you really sure about this property, ma'am?
Isabella, don't say anything.
We could easily find you a bigger one among our current listings. Something with a modern touch?
Listen, I know that she's like, hey, there's a ghost and I don't want you to die, but just leave it. Just leave it. It's okay. Something not haunted, perhaps? Rose shoots me a warning glance that clearly says, don't make a scene, we're almost there.
Of course. Why wouldn't I be?
As there's a ghost, and you're gonna get murdered.
The house is absolutely perfect, isn't it, darling?
A helipad would still be a nice addition.
Yes, well, we'll get there eventually, love. As I was saying, if your partner had the documents yesterday, we would have bought it right there immediately. Shame she didn't have it. Well, there's still a few necessary documents we need you to sign after, but we'll let you know once we have those finalized. We'll be handling the process for the rest, so don't worry about it, ma'am. Within a week, I hope. We still have a housewarming party to plan after all. You know how much thought should be put into those things.
There are servants for that, darling.
Love, servants or not, you're going to make people listen to your input nonetheless.
Shit.
No more than a week, ma'am. Barring unexpected delay, of course. You can leave it to us.
Am I just gonna watch their marriage fall apart? Like, that's not what I was expecting in this game.
Excellent. Well then, I'll leave you two to it. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, and before we forget...
She discreetly folds something into both of our hands and winks, a finger raised to her lips, demanding our silence.
What happened the day before was
Shit.
quite unfortunate. But you did get us what we wanted in the end.
Damn.
That, at the very least, is commendable. But this is... Ma'am, I can't accept this.
Isabella, take it. They're rich. They don't fucking need it.
Don't you worry, darling. It's a small thing coming from us. Consider this your bonus for a job well done.
Holy shit. She smiles sweetly, like this is simply the most normal thing to do in the world.
Oh, before I forget, my lovely interior designer would appreciate it if you hand her a copy of the floor plan as soon as possible. She's dying to work on the house.
She's dying to work on the house. I don't like that very much.
You can do that, yes? Here's her contact. Certainly, ma'am. We'll have it processed as soon as possible.
I knew I could count on you, lovelies. I hope to
flattered.
see you too soon so we can get this closed.
Just like that, transaction over and done with. My mind's still reeling after they left. Other agents would kill to have clients like them. A part of me feels lucky about the fact no lengthy negotiations, no sudden change of minds. Just talk, signatures, a few handshakes here and there, and we're done. The other part? A second ago, we sold a haunted property to 2 innocent clients. Sure, the commission's big enough to continue funding Papa's treatment and hospitalization, big enough to pay for all 4 of my younger siblings' schooling. Heck, it'll keep me away from instant noodle diet for months. I don't have to go back to the mansion as well, once the deal has been closed, much to my sanity's relief. But knowing that someone's in there, and we give it to the good couple despite that? Oh, Isabella, the things you do to sell a house and get money, Papa won't be happy with that. At least I have good news to tell them next time I call home. The little lie I told Mama this morning isn't a lie anymore.
Well, they're something. So how does it feel?
Kinda bad.
How does what feel?
Your first big multi-million-pound sale, silly. I know you've been with us for years, but this has got to be memorable for you.
Memorable is an understatement, Rose.
Come on, show some enthusiasm. They gave us a bonus, too. Aside from the commission and the other bonus boss promised. What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. Send it home, probably?
All of it?
Not everything, of course. Most of it. I'll leave some for my living expenses.
Listen here, Isabella. I'll teach you something I should have told you before we ended your training.
She slings an arm over my shoulders and leans in closer to my ear as though she's as though she's about to share a big secret.
It's okay to celebrate from time to time.
You wanna go throw like a raging party at the mansion?
I don't get it.
It's simple. Go out, do something
shit.
for yourself. Throw a party and treat your friends to free food.
Let's go egg the house.
Didn't you say the last one's some sort of tradition back at home for you? Hello, this is practically a done deal.
Isn't throwing a party a bit excessive?
Your call. I won't say no to an invitation, by the way, in case you really are planning to throw one. A few drinks would be nice too, thank you very much.
You know, I noticed something. I don't think I saw Rose in, what do I call it? Like, the intro? She's not really, like, on the cover page or anything. At least I didn't notice. So I'm kind of worried about what Rose's deal is.
I don't think my apartment's big enough for that.
You could always move? Bloody hell, you're working in real estate.
Do you know how expensive a house is? You should, because you're in real estate.
I think I'll pass. That's too much of an unnecessary expense for me. But I did promise Becca free lunch in case the sale goes well.
You go do that. Hold on a sec.
She quickly removes herself from me to answer the phone on her desk. Her tone shifts from playful to professional in the span of a few seconds.
Today? Not a problem, ma'am. I could bring you a copy of the contract if...
Must be another client. Nothing surprising there. She's one of the BRC's top agents, no matter how modest she appears. A saleswoman through and through. I, on the other hand, have a little knack for it. Of course, I learned, eventually. I had to. But someone else will, without a doubt, do a better job. Once, though, in a drunken stupor, Rose told me a story about what could have been. Years ago, wide-eyed, young, and brimming with yet-to-be-fulfilled dreams and ambitions, she was a term or two away from a nursing degree. Out of courtesy, I never pressed on the matter further. But perhaps it's where the sense of fun has started. A small connection due to the one similar experience in our respective lives, of goals we both let us pass because of circumstances we're in.
I'd be happy to discuss this over tea, ma'am. All right, I'll be there. Thank you.
New client?
Reassigned. Have you heard from Mark at all?
Not since the first visit to the mansion. Why? No news from the HR yet?
None at all. Boss thinks he ran away. I doubt it, though. He's too much of a wimp for that. There must be another reason. Who knows? Anyway, I've got to meet this one. I'll see you later.
Peace. She throws a wave over her shoulders and rushes out of the office. The lunchtime bell sounds shortly after, followed by the chatter of fellow agents also heading out for the much-needed break. Do places in England have bells for lunch? Is that a thing that happens? I thought that was only like a school thing. Ordinarily, there's no need for me to go out, but oversleeping didn't allow me much of the luxury of packing my own lunch today, if one considers taking the instant noodle cup from my pantry packing your lunch. Time to make good on the promise I made to Becca, I suppose. Maybe invite Zach and Ash too? Okay. Well, I guess, yeah, this is the end of, I forget what number episode this is, but thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it, as always. And goodbye!